My beloved, before you rush into this new year with plans, promises, and pressure, pause here with me. Do not scroll. Do not hurry. The first moments of a year carry a quiet power, and what you allow into your heart now will shape how the rest of the year unfolds. This is not just another video. It is a crossing, a threshold, a moment where intention becomes direction. You are standing at the very beginning of 2026. And beginnings listen very carefully. Most people enter a new year unconsciously. They carry the same fears, the same habits, the same inner dialogue. Only the date changes. They expect a different life without becoming different inwardly. That is why many years feel the same. Not because life is unfair, but because awareness never changed. I do not want that for you. If 2026 is to become the best year of your life, it will not be because everything suddenly becomes easy. It will be because you begin to live differently, from the inside outward. My beloved, hear me clearly now. 2026 does not respond to desperation. It responds to alignment. This year will not reward rushing, forcing, or proving. It will respond to clarity, consistency, and self-respect. That is why I asked you to listen before acting, because action without awareness repeats the past. Look back for a moment, gently, without judgment. How did you enter the last year? With hope? With fear? With exhaustion? With promises you could not keep because your inner life was still chaotic? You are wiser now. You have lived enough to know that motivation fades, but alignment remains, that excitement burns out, but discipline guided by meaning sustains, that trying to become someone else only delays becoming who you truly are. My beloved, 2026 is not asking you to reinvent yourself. It is asking you to return to yourself, return to your truth, return to your inner rhythm, return to what feels honest. You have spent too long measuring your life by outcomes instead of alignment. Too long asking, am I ahead or behind? Instead of asking, am I living truthfully? The first question breeds anxiety. The second creates peace. If you want this year to change your life, you must stop beginning from pressure. Pressure says, I must fix everything now. Truth says, I will take the next honest step. Pressure says, I cannot afford to slow down. Truth says, slowing down is how I stop repeating mistakes. Pressure says, this must be my year or I have failed. Truth says, every day is my year when I live consciously. My beloved, many people set goals today. Few set inner standards. Goals change. Inner standards shape every decision. Ask yourself quietly now, not loudly, not dramatically, but honestly, how do I want to live this year? Not what do I want to achieve, but how do I want to be? Calm or anxious? Present or distracted? Grounded or reactive? Honest or performative? These answers matter more than any plan. If you enter 2026 with unresolved inner chaos, success will not satisfy you. If you enter with clarity, even challenges will serve you. The quality of your inner state determines the quality of your year. My beloved, I know you are tired of starting over. Tired of telling yourself, this time will be different, only to fall back into old patterns by February. That does not mean you lack discipline. It means you tried to change behavior without changing awareness. This year, we do it differently. Do not ask yourself how to become more productive yet. Ask how to become more present. Do not ask how to achieve more yet. Ask how to waste less energy on what drains you. Do not ask how to impress the world. Ask how to stop abandoning yourself. If you do this, everything else will follow. My beloved, 2026 will magnify whatever you feed consistently. If you feed fear, it will grow. If you feed discipline, it will strengthen. If you feed self-respect, your life will reorganize around it. The year is neutral. You decide what it amplifies. That is power, and you have it. But power requires responsibility, not pressure. Responsibility means choosing differently, even when no one is watching. It means setting standards you respect, not promises you forget. This year, stop making vows fueled by emotion alone. Emotion fades. Build systems guided by awareness, small repeatable choices, clean boundaries, honest conversations, rest without guilt, effort without self-hatred. My beloved, the best year of your life will not be dramatic. It will be consistent. You will wake up calmer. You will react less. You will leave sooner when something feels wrong. You will stay longer where peace exists. You will listen inwardly instead of chasing noise. These changes may look small, but they compound quietly. I know part of you still fears disappointment. You fear hoping too much. You fear committing again. That fear is understandable, but it does not get to lead this year. Fear remembers pain. Wisdom remembers lessons. Let wisdom lead now. Perfection paralyzes. Presence transforms. You will make mistakes in 2026. You will have off days. You will feel doubt sometimes. That does not disqualify the year. What matters is whether you return to awareness instead of spiraling into self-blame. My beloved, if you want this year to be the best year of your life, you must stop using punishment as motivation. Punishment exhausts you. Compassion guided by discipline sustains you. Be firm with your actions. Be gentle with your inner voice. This balance will change everything. The first days of a year are not about speed. They are about direction. A small turn at the beginning prevents a long detour later. That is why you are here now. Not accidentally, but intentionally. I am not asking you to promise me anything dramatic today. I am asking you to choose one thing. To live 2026 awake. Awake to your energy. Awake to your boundaries. Awake to your patterns. Awake to what aligns and what does not. If you do this, the year will meet you differently. My beloved, now listen carefully. Because this is where most people fail. Not in effort, not in desire, but in inner change. January begins with hope, but February reveals truth. The reason many abandon their goals is not laziness. It is misalignment. They try to build a new life on the same inner patterns that broke the old one. 2026 will not change for you unless you change how you relate to yourself. This year must begin with one internal shift. You stop living in reaction mode. Reaction mode keeps you tired, keeps you anxious, makes you chase motivation instead of building discipline. You react to moods. You react to people. You react to fear, pressure, comparison, and reaction creates instability. If you want 2026 to be the best year of your life, you must move from reaction to response. Response comes from awareness. Response comes from pause. Response comes from choice. When you respond instead of react, life stops controlling you, my beloved. Notice how often you live on autopilot. You wake up and immediately absorb noise, messages, expectations, problems, worries. Before the day even begins, your nervous system is already exhausted. Then you expect yourself to perform, to focus, to be disciplined. That is not strength. That is self-sabotage. This year, the first internal change is simple but powerful. You choose stillness before stimulation. Even a few minutes. Stillness resets your inner compass. Stillness reminds you who is in charge. Stillness creates space between impulse and action. Without stillness, discipline collapses. My beloved, another internal shift you must make is releasing the belief that motivation comes first. Motivation is unreliable. It visits when conditions are perfect and disappears when they are not. If you wait for motivation, you will live inconsistently. Discipline does not come from motivation. Discipline comes from identity. You do what aligns with who you believe you are. If you see yourself as someone who always starts and stops, that is what you will repeat. If you see yourself as someone who honors commitments quietly, your actions will follow. This year, stop asking, "Do I feel like doing this?" Ask instead, "Is this who I choose to be?" Identity-based action changes everything. My beloved, you must also change how you deal with discomfort. Most people quit because discomfort feels like failure. But discomfort is not failure. It is evidence of growth. This year, do not escape discomfort immediately. Sit with it, learn from it, ask what it is teaching you. When you stop running from discomfort, it loses its power over you. The best year of your life will include uncomfortable moments, but they will no longer control you. Another internal shift is how you speak to yourself. Your inner voice has shaped your past more than circumstances ever did. Harsh self-talk drains energy faster than hard work. Self-criticism masquerades as discipline, but it destroys consistency. This year, be firm without being cruel. Correct yourself without condemning yourself. Guide yourself without humiliating yourself. A calm mind sustains effort longer than a harsh one. My beloved, if you want different results in 2026, you must also release comparison. Comparison poisons discipline. It makes you rush when you need patience. It makes you quit when progress is quiet. It makes you forget your own rhythm. Your pace is not wrong. Your timing is not late. Your path is not inferior. Comparison is the fastest way to abandon yourself. Another internal change is learning to finish small things. Many people dream big but finish nothing. Completion builds confidence. Incomplete completion builds self-doubt. This year, stop overwhelming yourself with massive goals. Choose small finishable commitments and complete them. My beloved, understand this deeply. 2026 will not be the best year of your life because everything goes right. It will be the best year because you stop collapsing when things go wrong. You will recover faster. You will adjust sooner. You will quit less. Resilience is not toughness. It is flexibility. This year, treat failure as feedback, not identity. One bad day does not cancel the year. One mistake does not define you. Return quickly. That is mastery. My beloved, this internal work is not glamorous. No one will applaud it. But it is the foundation that makes external success possible without destroying you. My beloved, now we come to what transforms intention into reality. The daily principles you live by. Not for a week, not for January, but steadily, quietly, until they become who you are. This is where momentum is built. This is where 2026 separates itself from every year before it. If you want this to be the best year of your life, understand this first. Your life will not change in big moments. It will change in ordinary days. Most people wait for inspiration. You will build structure. Most people chase intensity. You will build consistency. Most people burn out. You will build sustainability. Let me show you how. The first principle you must live by this year is non-negotiable mornings. Not perfect mornings, honest ones. Mornings where you claim yourself before the world claims you. If you give the first hour of your day to noise, comparison, urgency, and reaction, the rest of the day follows that pattern. Begin simply, a few minutes of silence, a few deep breaths, a moment of intention. Do not rush to become productive. Become present. Presence sharpens every action that follows. Even 5 minutes of awareness every morning will change how you respond for the rest of the day. My beloved, consistency is not built by doing more. It is built by doing less every day. The second principle is energy protection. You have spent years leaking energy into things that never gave back. Overthinking, explaining yourself, emotional labor for people who never met you halfway. This year you stop bleeding energy quietly. Ask yourself often, does this conversation nourish me or drain me? Does this commitment align with me or exhaust me? Does this habit support my future or repeat my past? Energy is life force. Protect it as sacred. The third principle is one promise at a time. Most people fail because they promise themselves too much and keep none of it. This year you make fewer promises, and you keep them. Even a small promise kept daily builds self-trust. Self-trust builds discipline. Discipline builds results. Do not aim to change everything. Aim to be reliable to yourself. My beloved, the fourth principle is clean endings. This year, when something ends, let it end. Do not drag it forward emotionally. Do not reopen it in your mind. Do not keep rehearsing conversations that are already over. Clean endings free mental space. Mental space allows focus. Focus creates progress. You are allowed to move on without bitterness. That is strength. The fifth principle is response over reaction. You learned this earlier. Now you live it daily. When something triggers you, pause, breathe, ask, what response aligns with who I am becoming? Reaction repeats old identities. Response builds new ones. This pause alone will save you from hundreds of regrets this year, my beloved. The sixth principle is progress over perfection. Perfection delays action. Progress compounds. This year you choose forward movement, even when it is messy, imperfect, or slow. You will not wait to feel ready. You will not wait to feel confident. You will move with honesty. Confidence is built after action, not before it. The seventh principle is rest without guilt. This is critical. You cannot make this the best year of your life if you treat rest as weakness. Rest is maintenance. Rest is intelligence. Rest is how you sustain growth without collapsing. A rested mind chooses better. A rested body endures longer. A rested soul stays aligned. Rest is not quitting. It is recalibrating. My beloved, the eighth principle is honest reflection. Once a week, pause and ask, what worked? What drained me? What did I avoid? What did I learn? Do not judge. Observe. Observation creates awareness. Awareness corrects course naturally. This year, you will not wait for crisis to reflect. The ninth principle is truthful relationships. You will stop performing, pleasing, shrinking, or explaining excessively. You will allow people to meet you where you are. Those who align will stay. Those who do not will drift. Let it happen. Your peace is not negotiable. Your authenticity is not optional. Relationships built on truth last. The rest fall away. The 10th principle, and perhaps the most powerful, is returning quickly. You will have off days. You will slip. You will procrastinate sometimes. This does not disqualify the year. What matters is how fast you return. Do not spiral. Do not self-punish. Return. Returning quickly is mastery. My beloved, if you live these principles, you will notice something subtle but profound. Life will begin to feel simpler. Decisions will feel cleaner. You will waste less energy on what no longer matters. You will feel steadier, even when circumstances are uncertain. This is how momentum feels. Not loud, not dramatic, but stable. You will also notice that success no longer costs you your peace. Growth will not feel like self-betrayal. Discipline will not feel like punishment. It will feel like alignment. That is the difference. If you want this year to be the best year of your life, remember this first truth. Consistency beats intensity. You do not need heroic effort every day. You need honest effort most days. The year will not ask you to be perfect. It will ask you to return again and again to what you chose when you were calm. There will be days you wake up motivated. Use them wisely. There will be days you wake up heavy. Treat them gently. There will be days you stumble. Return quickly. Returning quickly is the skill that makes a year great. My beloved, setbacks will come not as punishment, but as checkpoints. When they arrive, do not dramatize them. Ask 3 simple questions. What can I learn here? What needs adjusting? What is the next honest step? Do not ask why life is against you. Life is not against you. Life is training your discernment. Every setback is an invitation to respond with maturity instead of fear. When you do this, obstacles stop defining you, and start refining you. This year, let endings be clean. Do not reopen what is already complete. Do not relive conversations that taught their lesson. Closure is a decision you make to protect your future. When something ends, bless it and move forward lighter. My beloved, speak kindly to yourself when you fall short. Correction works. Cruelty does not. A gentle mind sustains discipline longer than a harsh one. You are allowed to learn without punishment. Celebrate progress quietly. Let results arrive without announcement. Let peace become your signal that you are on the right path. The best years do not look loud. They feel steady. And when fear whispers, answer with truth. I can respond. I can adapt. I can choose again. That confidence will carry you through uncertainty. My beloved, at the end of this year, I want you to look back and feel one simple thing: self-respect. Not because everything went right, but because you stayed present, because you returned when you slipped, because you honored your values when it mattered, because you did not abandon yourself to keep anything else. If you live this way, 2026 will not just be successful, it will be meaningful. And meaning outlasts every achievement. Now go live simply. Choose honestly. Rest deeply. Return quickly. This is how the best year of your life is made. Not in grand moments, but in daily alignment. I am with you. Not as noise, not as urgency, but as the quiet knowing you carry within when you pause and listen. My beloved, thanks for watching Krishna Says. Subscribe for more.